Okay, using your Tool Force HVLP high volume low pressure gun. This is mostly for beginners like I was a few months ago. This would have helped me. One guy did a video out there to help me quite a bit for beginners. So there's a 125. You need. I had a 5 gallon horsepower, no, 5 gallon tank. I thought that was enough. I found out you need at least 18, so I had to buy this one, just 21 gallon. I want to make sure I had enough. And they get that at Harbor Freight for 195. So there's the volume. There's the pressure on the left side gauge. That's the tank pressure set at 125, and the other is out going to the hose to the gun, which is 100, which is more than enough. You don't need that much going to the gun, but that's where I have it set at. So there it is, 179. Normally it's about 400 when I looked at Home Depot and I couldn't find a used one on Craigslist. So I'm not a big fan of Harbor Freight, but so far I've had this for a few months and it's been working great. I'll be able to get back in a year to let you know how it's working. So there's the gun. You can get that at Amazon for $43. I think it was 35 when I bought it. Now it's 43. And I have a link on my website, and they pay me a little bit if you. It doesn't cost any more. I just did it for convenience, and I get a little. They pay me a little bit if you buy through my website. You'll see at the end though. But you just click on it. It'll take you right to that gun and any accessories you need. That right there is the spray. If you turn all the way clockwise, it's just a circle spray. And you come back about a quarter turn, half turn, it gives you a nice fan spray, and that's where I set it at. And then there's you set that valve there at 65 roughly. So when you squeeze you want about 30, 35 when you're putting pressure on it. So 30, 35 pounds. So set at 65, and then when you pull the trigger, it comes down to about 35, 30, 35. That's where you want it. And that bottom blue thing I was just pointing to, that's a little filter to keep any stuff that might be in your hose from getting in your gun. It's just an extra protection. You don't want any junk getting up into your gun there. Uh, so that's what that's about. And here's the paint. Not that you need to see that, but I thought I'd show you what I'm using. People I used to hear all the time when I asked around, you cannot use latex paint, which this is latex paint for metal, which is what I wanted because I spray washers and dryers. You can spray that through an HVLP gun, which this is. They say normally you can't use the latexes, but you can. You just thin it out with water, which I'm doing right here. There's no measuring thing. You get a little. I got this at home for $3. I got the little jars you could seal. Pour all your paint in there so you can mix it and use it every time. You don't have to mix it every time. You want to use it. It's there ready to go. So you can mix it in there. You probably 10 to 15% water, but I don't mix it. Just do it till it looks like it's buttermilk. I just keep pouring it in till it drips. It's really thin. It's almost like milk, a little thicker than milk. One guy called it buttermilk. I'm not even sure what that thickness is, but like that. And then you get a strainer now you're ready to pour it into the gun. Yeah, it's not all that complicated. I've seen these pros using it, and I always wanted to try it, and now I'm up and running, and I don't know if I'm doing it the way they do it, but it works. And there's a paint strainers, 100 to 120 mesh. I don't know if what the pros use, but that works fine for what I'm doing. And I got that at Harbor Freight for like a $2, $3 if you have a Harbor Freight in your area, but you can find them anywhere. And the nice thing about when you thin it out, it if you don't thin it out, it takes forever to go through that strainer and fill that cup, but it goes pretty quick here. So you fill it up in like a minute, 90 seconds or so, I think. Put the cap back on. And then I think we're going to plug in the hose and get ready to spray. I'm trying to do it with one hand here. I'm still working on getting better at that. Okay, that's in. See that little blue thing in the bottom? That's the filter. Those are, I don't know, a few dollars over any hardware store. And when you pull the trigger back halfway, air comes out, but no paint. You pull it all the way in to get the paint coming out. So, see that knob in the back? Don't even worry about that. I actually forgot what that does, but I never had to adjust that to make it work great. And here I am spraying one of my dryers. I rebuild washers and dryers. I clean them and paint them too. So that's what I'm doing here. Oh, and there's a 3M mask. You get those. Those are about $20, $25 with the mask. I think I saw one for 10 on Amazon. I have a link to that too. You can get that. And then I use a hood to keep it off of my head, paint off my head. That little sock there for $2. I think I got that at Home Depot as well. And cleanup on this is a breeze. It's just, one guy told me there's a lot of little parts in there. There is not. Besides that cup, there's three other parts you take off, and they give you a tool to take it off. It is easy to clean up. You can actually do it in about 5-10 minutes. I take my time, maybe 15-20 minutes, get it clean. But that's all you have to do. Run water through it; it comes right off. And there's a filter right there, extra paint filter that fits right on the top there where your paint cup squirts onto. You put that in there first, and I just run that under water, cleans it up real well. And there it is. You could get that at any Home Depot has that. I've seen it at any hardware store. I don't have that on my site, but I'll see if all those little accessories like that are on Amazon. I'll put it on my site so you can get it all in one click. You don't have to go hunt for it. It won't cost you any more getting it from me. It just makes it more convenient. That was the first part. Besides the cup, I don't count that. So that filter. Now unscrew the front main housing there, whatever they call that. You run some water through there. I blow on it as well, just to make sure, just to force it through all the orifices in there, a bunch of little holes, and make sure. Just keep doing it till there's clear water coming out of there, till the milky white's gone, or whatever color you're using. And then I just use a brush just to make the outside keep it looking good as long as possible. And here's the wrench. The only part I ever use is that big fat part on the top there. And I'll show you, just take the tip off right here. Just give it a quick unloosen counterclockwise, like most things come apart. And then when I take it off, unscrew it, pull the trigger in at the same time. It loosens it. There's a needle in there that puts pressure on it, so when you pull the handle in, it comes right out, along with the paint. I should be doing this over the sink. And same thing as that last part. I run water through it, and then I blow through it. I also have toothpicks, those round toothpicks, pointy on both ends, which I guess most of them are pointy on both ends, the round ones, and run it through the holes as a little extra. Usually the water is enough to do it, but just to be on the safe side, I poke that in whatever holes I see where the paint comes out. So again, just blow on it till you got clear water coming out. And then on the gun, I don't think I'm showing it on there. I run water through, you see right above my right hand there in the top there where the cup drains the paint into there. Run water through there while you're squeezing the trigger. Let it run out the front. I don't think I'm showing that there, but that's what you do. Just keep running that water through there until it's clear. That's all. If you got a little bottle brush, you can push that in there. But that's it. And any parts you got to go, and that tells you all about it right there. Thank you for watching.